Yeah, thank you very much, Sheung. I'm at Eagle Local Government, as you have mentioned, and this is a rack. Right here, when we got here, the ad hoc officials were just setting up where they have all their materials, the sensitive and the non-sensitive materials, they have them packed. I think around, say, 7:30, they were ready to go. But at some point, an official told them that they could leave, but without the police at that point. But some party officials came around and insisted that there is no way they would move out of this center without being accompanied by the police. But I think that has been resolved now. The police are on ground and the vehicles are moving one after the other, which is going to happen. But let me also take you through what is. Okay. So, would you like to talk to us, Sam?
They are not fully on ground as such.
Okay, so that's an INEC official who is trying to let us know that the police are not fully on ground because that is why you still have a lot of vehicles still waiting until they are fully on ground. That is where you see them moving. I don't know if you can move the camera around a little bit, and that is what you see now. Some of the officials are moving to their various polling units. Some of them are nearby. Some of them walked away from these center earlier because they could actually walk down to their various polling units. So this is what is actually happening here at these particular polling units. So they have about 8 polling units and they have everything set up already. So this is what 7. They say this is Unit 9, Unit 8, Unit 6, and okay. So let me quickly talk to an official here who is trying to help me out with some details. So, what unit is this and what is this?
Okay, this is what 7 unit 10.
So, are you guys ready? Once it's 8:30, do you think you can commence the poll?
Sure, we can.
So, do you have all your cubicles, all your materials, everything sorted, and the beavers?
Everything is ready, sorted as supposed.
Yes, so an official, an ad hoc official just told me now that they are ready on this side, and as soon as it is that time, 8:30, polls will open, and that is when they are ready to go as soon as people start approaching. But before people approach the desk, though, of course, it is procedural for them to come here first, check their names, if it's on the register, before they start approaching the desk, Sheung.
That is live for us from Ego, local government area of Edo State. Thank you so much for your coverage. Of course, we will be seeing some other colleagues of mine that will be coming in your face as to give you updates on what this election is all about. But that's Ego for us. But what we can see here, there seems to be a delay in that vehicle that was going now. But you guys were making a commentary about the quality of the transportation earlier.
The vehicle is wicked, but I think what may have delayed their departure is the police security that should accompany them. You could see from when we went to Ego, the policemen just came around. But I'm not sure that car or that vehicle will take any one more person, given the state of the vehicle itself. But I think, it's a conversation, isn't it? It's a conversation that will be had over time. Can INEC afford to procure all the vehicles it needs? The point is, no. And you could just imagine the enormity of resources you need. When you rely on third party, you were asking Professor Gamos yesterday night about whether the INEC has paid these transport unions, and she confirmed that 50% have been paid. But this is almost 5 minutes to 8 a.m. These vehicles that are meant to serve some polling units are yet to leave here. And that's a red flag that those polling units whose materials are here will most likely start late. And that's where it starts. It's a roller coaster that we don't wish to happen in an environment where there is no issue with road, where there is it's not raining yet, so the weather is clear. One should have thought that this kind of challenge, we will have overcome it by now.
Ezenwa was not going to give that vehicle a clearance to go on the road, considering the state of it. But the University of Benin students, that's the transportation, I guess, goes on their campus.
Every vehicle in Benin is that is what do they call it? It's a franchise. It's a franchise that the students give out to transport owners to be able to. So once you see university students, you may not necessarily have a license. So since you are students, they waive. But that's not the challenge. The challenge is this. Because of the challenges that has been thrown up over a period of time, INEC also went into a memorandum of understanding with the Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers
and NATO,
and NATO as well. So, but now they also brought in the road, what do they call, road safety officials to clear these vehicles. So for the period of clearance, they bring very good vehicles, but during deployment, they bring this sort of vehicles that you have. But the beauty of it is that all of this is from a rack center to a polling unit, and the distance from a rack center, like you said earlier, to a polling unit should not be that challenging.
Within 15 to 30 minutes.
One of the things, Jide, that causes some of the lateness that you see is that all of this has to be escorted
exactly
by security agents. So, and I've been talking about the mix that makes all of what happens in an election possible. So you see that the security agencies have a role to play in the punctuality for opening of polls. If they don't come out on time to escort these materials, this vehicle will not take one step out of this place except there are security agents.
And then the challenge I see here is that there are no operational vehicles for police on ground there. Not to my knowledge, all the vehicles I see here, none of them is a police vehicle. So how then will
it's possible that the vehicles are outside.
Maybe they are outside of these premises,
for the police,
but then it's a logistical chain. Police stations do not even have enough operational vehicles themselves, and you deployed over 40,000 security agencies who have to escort materials. I don't know whether they have budget for hiring vehicles that will escort, that will for policemen who will escort these materials, because that body should not be borne by INEC.
No, it's never borne by INEC. The National Security Advisor has taken over the coordination of the budget of the security agencies, and that itself is also in terms of because of the NSA, because of the
I'm sorry, the committee is the election access.
Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security.
But this access is in paper. Your colleagues were there when we asked DIG Frank Mba at the briefing with civil society and the media, and I told him, I said, what we've seen in past elections is some kind of territorialism, where the DSS is making its own call, the army is making its own call, and you are here addressing the media without all of these people. I thought that this was going to be an access briefing rather than police briefing, because that is our sense of what, he said, all of us are working together and all of that. But the budget for security provision in the election is not borne by INEC. INEC provides stipends.
They have disembarked.
INEC provides stipends for both the security agencies for feeding, since they also will be feeding their own staff.